The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a fourth-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He was looking for Rashad Bateman there.
And it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Chase Young.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at the 33. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he's looking good now. I mean, 5 touchdown passes in the last game. Okay, he threw a couple of interceptions. That's a little bit of a concern. But I remember a basketball coach telling me one time, he had a guy average about 40 points a game, and he said the press got all over him because he didn't play much defense. He said he's averaging over 40 a game. The guy against him's not scoring that. We still have the advantage.
Yeah, and they got the win last week in that effort.
Even better. It's always best to clean up things after a win than after a loss.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. The slot man in motion right.
And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Danny Gray
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the 49ers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And, Charles, you look at these 2 teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
So no gain on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
3rd and long for Cousins. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Now here's Bradley Pinion now.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he fields it cleanly. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Slot man moves right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Danny Gray.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 14-0.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Chase Young
in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And down he'll go at the 25.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough 3rd down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on 2nd down.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded at the 43. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Danny Gray
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Niners take a 3-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. that's taken on the 25. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. And, Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Chase Young
bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Robinson up the middle.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Chase Young.
Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he'll finally be ridden out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 28-0.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Now Cousins
trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This
touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Cousins. He finds his man, complete. It's Gregory. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And 3rd and 8 now.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
You get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, 49ers.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it is 42-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
Now Cousins going to change it up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. So nothing doing there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right. Usually
it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Back to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Let's take it inside his own 40. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Finding room at midfield.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
In motion is Gray. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Now he's loose again.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3. In motion is Gray. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Tyquan Thornton.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Falcons offense set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there?
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down, here's Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Robinson on a give right side.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
2nd and 6. Robinson with another carry.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, snapped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo.
This will be, let's see, 38 yards out.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out. So it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Thornton, the motion man right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass going to turn into a loss. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
In motion left, that's Thornton. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Cousins now. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Chase Young
In there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. This one into the hands of Pitts. Look at the big fella go. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
And you just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Hey, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Under pressure, they got him again. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Cousins now from the 50. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got Ayuk once again. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant